The Federal Trade Commission's guidelines for on-package use of the term green and related phrases have been changed several times since they were originally issued in 1992. But now, a new batch of changes may go into effect next year, and according to Mark Petruzzi of Green Seal, they could have significant impact. Just as false advertising is defined as what consumers conclude advertising means, not what the advertiser intended it to mean, so will the new green guidelines hinge on what consumers think a green certification means. For instance, most consumers think a product described as biodegradable will decompose in a landfill in a year's time. Many products, though, don't decompose for a much longer time, so in the future they should not be marked biodegradable. As for the recyclable label, the new guidelines specify that 60% or more of all consumers should have ready access to some means to recycle the material. If not, it shouldn't be so labeled without a disclaimer to the effect that most consumers won't have the means to recycle. The label compostable should mean that remnant product and the package it came in will degrade at the same time, because that's what consumers think the term means. If the package will take longer to break down than the product itself, that should be disclosed on the packaging. The guidelines also address for the first time the matter of self-awarded green logos. A manufacturer or retailer who devises their own green guidelines and logos to put on products should cease doing so. Or qualifying language should be added disclosing that the green designation springs from the brand owner's own research. Similarly, a disclaimer must be made if third-party certifiers are paid directly to award a green logo. Finally, manufacturers will have to refrain from pointing out that a product doesn't contain a certain toxin or other undesirable component if it never did. That's because most consumers think such a claim means the product in fact once contained something undesirable and that has been eliminated. In the same vein, the use of nebulous terms such as earth-friendly or eco-safe would have to be discontinued since such claims are generally impossible to substantiate in any meaningful way. Of course, with store brands, it is generally the retailer's claims that would be on the line. So, the new guidelines mean that manufacturers will want to alert and advise their customers about the implications of statements they want in the pack. If a manufacturer sees that a client retailer is using a term or logo that will no longer be permitted when the new guidelines are issued, an early warning to the retailer might save all parties some grief in the future. This is David Merrefield for PLMALive.